Hi everyone, it's Adam here from Adge Productions, and this is the review of the EPOS Adapt 660 Bluetooth Active Noise Cancelling Headset. Before we start talking about the design and how well it works, let's cover some of the technical specifications. It has a 360-hour standby time. The charge time is 3 hours. The operating temperature range is 32 Fahrenheit to 104 Fahrenheit. And the range, that's line of sight with Bluetooth, is approximately 82 foot. From my experience, you should get about 30 hours total battery life with this headset. It weighs around 8 ounces. When you first take this headset out of the box and you immediately lift it up, you take off the plastic, you'll notice the premium quality straight away. It's kind of hard to explain, but there's none of those creaks, none of those noises that you would expect from, let's say, cheaper headphones or headsets. In the box, we have the headset itself, a case, a USB Bluetooth dongle, a USB cable with USB-A and micro USB plug, an audio cable with 2.5mm and 3.5mm jack plug, a quick guide, and a safety guide. To first turn these on and start using them, all you have to do is turn the ear cups. When you turn the ear cups and place it on your head, this will act as a power on. When you do the reverse and you turn them again facing flat, this will turn it off. One thing I kind of found by accident, which I really like, is that I was having some issues with the Bluetooth purely because my machine at work runs Windows 11, it's a little bit buggy, it doesn't really know how to handle Bluetooth that well. An entirely me problem and my device, nothing to do with this headset. But what I did find is, even though the Bluetooth didn't work because of my silly configuration or whatever's going on with my Windows 11 laptop, I decided, you know what, I'm going to take the analog cable, plug it into the headset and into my laptop and not even worry about Bluetooth. Worked perfectly. I know it's not designed as a fail-safe or a fail-over, but it's nice to have the option to suddenly not use Bluetooth and just go directly into the analog cable, like the good old days. Also, it did take me a while to realise that there is actually a switch to turn the Bluetooth completely off. You can find this at the top of the right ear cup. On the right ear cup, on the outside, you do have adaptive touch, which basically means you can single tap, which will play and pause the track or the audio that you're listening to. Swiping right will skip to the next track, left will go to the previous, and up and down will do the volume up and down. I didn't find myself having to constantly retry the gesture, it just seemed to work, no complaints from me. As far as the inputs go, we have a headphone jack, a charging port, and a blue button in the middle. This is just for Bluetooth pairing. Click it, it will start trying to pair, do your thing on your devices, go to Bluetooth, it will be discoverable, job done. And you also have the switch there that controls the level of active noise cancellation. You can either have on, adaptive, or off. Comfort-wise, you can't really fault these headphones. The padding around the headband and on each of the ear cups is perfect, and it allows for long sessions on your PC or on your phone. Something I did find a little bit strange though, is when you try and hang them around your neck while you're not using them, they do actually come quite tight to your neck, which doesn't really make for the most comfortable wear in the world. So I guess if you're not using them, just take them fully off and off of your neck, place them away, otherwise you might find it a bit too snug and it might just get in the way a little bit. But other than that, you cannot fault the comfort, especially with the very lightweight nature of them. What an excellent design. The ear cups are made of a material that give you more of a reassurance that they're not going to degrade over time, because with other headphones that I've used, they crack a little bit and they just break off and there's little bits of wear and tear all around the ear cups. With these, you can tell they're made of a more premium material, which ultimately should last longer. Obviously, I haven't tested and I haven't used these headphones enough to be able to give you a, yep, you can use these for 8 months and it will be fine. But from what I'm seeing, the quality of the material is nothing to worry about. Thanks to the 4 microphones, 2 on each side of the headphones, the noise cancelling on this device is very, very good. Full transparency, I do actually own a few noise cancelling headphones, And these weren't the best of the bunch, but they were nowhere near the worst. They are very, very good at cancelling noise where you don't want it. So walking down the street with the whirring of cars, or in an office environment with that air conditioning unit, you name it, it handles it very, very well. An often underrated side of a pair of headphones like these is the application that you can download on your phone. A lot of the time these applications are fairly finicky and don't provide much value. However, the EPOS Connect app is not gimmicky and actually provides quite a few features. When you first open the app, you do have to pair it to the Bluetooth. Obviously, in order to control the headphones, it needs to know about the headphones, so make sure your Bluetooth is connected and your headphones are on. You can then select noise cancellation. It then presents you with a slider so you can choose exactly how much cancellation is being applied, just in case you feel like it's cancelling a bit too much or not enough. After this, you have the acoustic modes. Swiping through these, you can choose from neutral, speech, club, movie, or director. The director portion will allow you to have your own custom settings and adjustments. The adjustments you can make are boost, the settings are off, thump, rumble, and voice. Spatial, off, near, medium, or far. Then you have reverb with the options of off, low, medium, and high. And last but not least, you have dynamic loudness compensation with the options of on or off. From the main screen of the app, you can also see the estimated battery life. You can add multiple devices to the EPOS Connect app. So if you had another pair of headphones that aren't these ones, you can just add it alongside it and then control it in the future. But let's get back to this device. Under settings, we have the firmware version. Clicking into this will allow you to update the firmware, if needed. You then have Smart Pause. What this allows you to do is take the headphones off, which will then pause the track, place them back on, your audio will begin. You then have Call and Audio, which allows you to enable call enhancement, which basically means it enhances the audio when you're on a phone call. The side tone slider goes from 0 to 100%. And this is the audible feedback of your own voice during a phone call. At standard, it's 50%. You then have the option of audio limiter, which is only really a concern for compliance with country-specific directives. And finally, for sounds and notifications, you can choose the voice, so the voice that tells you the battery status or whether or not it's connected. You can change that from being someone who's English to German or French or Spanish, whatever your preference is. From this menu, you can also restore to default, as well as clear the pairing list. And the app settings on the far right are just basically privacy policies, license agreements, and the app language settings. You should definitely consider downloading this and checking it out if you ever end up owning these headphones. That's the EPOS Connect app. It's available for Android and iOS. This headset is built for work productivity. Working from home, working in the office, with excellent build quality, and it's certified for Microsoft Teams, which I'm sure that most people watching this video will understand how good that is to have it certified and compatible. So this is just a test of the microphone directly through the headset. No other editing or additions have been done to the audio like I normally would. I just want to give you a fully transparent idea of what you should expect or what other people should expect to hear when talking to you and the audio quality, etc. So as you can see, or in fact, as you can hear, the microphone does a really good job of picking up your voice in its full clarity, even though there's not actually a microphone that comes out of the headset, but it's got one built in, so it's not even near your mouth anyway, and this is the job it does whilst picking up the audio. I'm quite impressed, to be honest. It does a really good job. I've had no complaints when I've been using this in a professional environment, talking to customers, talking to colleagues, and just talking to everyone directly through Teams. It does a really, really nice job. And that's what you want in a headset. You want to be able to just pick it up, place it on your head, connect it easily to Bluetooth, do your day job, talk to people on Teams, not worry about if the microphone's too sensitive, too loud, too quiet. Just put it on, talk, put it down, go home. It does an excellent job at that. In fact, let's use the microphone for the remainder of this video. So now what I'm going to do is hopefully give you more of a realistic playback of the audio. So I'm actually going to play a sound effect in the background, quite loud and very near the microphone, of just office sounds, just so you can hear me talking as well as the somewhat realistic sounds of an office-based environment. Okay, so now you should be hearing me with the sounds of an office environment in the background. I'm just going to walk around this boardroom like a maniac, just pretending that I'm walking through an office. I'm going to say hi to that colleague. I'm going to go and make myself a cup of coffee. It's been a long day. Off we go to the kitchen, past the finance department, and we keep walking, past the marketing team, past the HR department. We're almost at the kitchen now. Okay, we've grabbed my coffee from the kitchen. Let's walk back. Walking back up the stairs, round this department, past the finance department, and let's go sit back at my seat. Okay, I'm back at my desk. Let's continue my work. The audio you just heard was with the office sound effects at 100% volume. I've now halved that volume on the phone because it was fairly loud, but I wanted to give you worst case scenario. So for example, if it was a massively noisy day, the phones were ringing constantly, people were shouting and screaming in the office, I kind of wanted to represent that. I've now turned the volume down halfway on the phone. So now this is more of a realistic approach rather than worst case scenario. You still can hear the phone ringing in the background, but it's not as intense. This is more like what it's going to be like on a day-to-day basis using these headphones, not the crazy loud one I played at the start. Hopefully you now have an idea of worst case scenario and best case scenario when using these headphones or headset, and it will allow you to make an informed decision as to whether or not this headset is right for you. I'm going to turn off the sound effects now. So here we are again. I've turned the sound effects off. I'm still using the microphone of the headset, and that concludes the video. Thank you very much for watching. This has been Adam from Ads Productions. And honestly, if you're considering a Bluetooth headset for a professional working environment, or even just working at home, there are a multitude of options out there, but please consider the EPOS 660 or the EPOS Adapt 660, depending on your Google search results, because this is a solid headset, which has actually quite surprised me. The sounds have been amazing. I've listened to my entire Spotify playlist on shuffle multiple times for several hours, and I must say it does hold up. I've had heavy metal going, I've had rap music going, I've had even some country music from time to time. And although it's probably not the highest tier of audio in the world, for a working grade professional headset, it's damn good. And of course, if you're not totally satisfied with the sound quality, just open the EPOS Connect app and adjust it yourself. It really does bring added value, that application that would otherwise be forgotten about. Use the headset, use the app, I'm sure you'll be happy. With the touch controls, the 3-hour charge time, and the very long battery life, as well as the auto power down when you take it off and turn the ear cups, the high build quality, the comfy headset band at the top, the premium grade ear cups, I'm struggling to find a problem other than it's not USB-C with this headset. Thanks again for watching. This has been Adam from Ads Productions.